She left her phone unlocked. That was her first mistake. Her second was assuming I was too blind, too trusting, too smitten to recognize a pattern unraveling right in front of me. The message was short, cool, unapologetic. Asterisk, I'm just waiting for his inheritance. Then I'm yours. Asterisk sent at 11:43 p.m. 2 nights ago to her ex. I read it 3 times. Then I scrolled up. Weeks of text unraveled in a thread of quiet devastation. Promises, secret plans, jokes made at my expense. Asterisk, he's so boring now, but rich boring. Once I get what I need, I'm done. Asterisk, she was in the shower, humming, water cascading over her voice like innocence could be scrubbed on. I sat on the edge of the bed, holding her betrayal in my palm, its screen glowing soft and venomous. She believed I loved her too much to ever see her clearly. She was wrong. We met 3 years ago. I fell stupid and fast. She was magnetic. Too loud, too bright. A spark that lit up every dull corner in me. She made me believe the universe had finally leaned in my direction. 6 months later, she moved in, said she felt safe with me. I believed her, said I made her feel seen. I should have asked what exactly she was hiding from. Our conversations turned from dreams to logistics, property investments, life insurance, estate planning. Once, she casually asked if I had a trust fund. I laughed. She didn't. She knew I had money. What she didn't know was that I had instincts, too. I didn't confront her. I kissed her at dinner, held her close at night, smiled like I hadn't just watched our entire life rot behind a touchscreen. The next morning, over coffee, she joked about a ring she saw online. I nodded, swirling bitter liquid across my tongue, tasting iron. That was the moment I decided. I wasn't going to scream. I was going to ruin her. Quietly, elegantly, without a single fingerprint. First, I called a lawyer friend and had him draw up a fake bankruptcy notice. Legalese, stamps, official as any government letter. I dated it, folded it once, and left it on my home office desk, exactly where I knew her nosy fingers would find it. 3 hours later, she left. Claimed it was a girls' night. She never came back. No goodbye. No scene. Just a half-empty closet and silence. 2 days later, I posted a photo of me, smiling, standing in front of a new home. Sleek, modern, bigger, cleaner. Caption, asterisk, new beginnings. Grateful for the real ones. Asterisk. She called 10 minutes later. I let it ring. Then the messages. Can we talk? I think we had a misunderstanding. I miss you. I love you. Love. That word had always felt hollow in her mouth, thin and brittle. Now it was currency she no longer had. I waited a full week. Then I replied, asterisk, meet me at the old place. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Asterisk. She arrived right on time. Tight dress, hair perfect. Walking in like the second chance she thought she'd been gifted. I was already there. Lights dimmed. Documents lined up on the table, like evidence in a courtroom. Hey, she said. Soft voice curled around rehearsed regret. I didn't smile. I handed her the printed messages. Bound neatly. Her words, her betrayal. Each one highlighted and time-stamped. She didn't speak. Just flipped pages, slower and slower, until her breath hitched. Her composure cracked. Why did you do this? She whispered. I didn't, I said calmly. You did. Then I slid over the fake bankruptcy letter. Watched her eyes dart. Watched her jaw tighten. You left the same night you found that. I said, still calm. Didn't ask if I was okay. Didn't offer support. Just vanished. She opened her mouth. Closed it again. I leaned in. You weren't just waiting for my inheritance. You were counting on me never finding out. She looked like a cornered animal. It wasn't like that, she murmured. I stood. It was exactly like that. And then I laid down the final blow. A non-disclosure agreement. If you talk about this, publicly, privately, on social media, or try to spin it into a sob story, I'll sue you for defamation and breach of privacy. I slid the pen across the table. Her hands were trembling when she signed. Her lip quivered, but she didn't cry. Not yet. I walked her to the door. No hug. No goodbye. She paused at the threshold. Did you ever love me? I looked her in the eye. I don't waste love on parasites. Then I closed the door. That night, I slept more deeply than I had in months. No more pretending. No more poison curled beside me in the dark. Friends asked what happened. I just said, asterisk, we grew apart. Asterisk, they believed me. She didn't get a scandal. She didn't get a fight. She got silence. And when you're expecting a war, silence is the loudest form of execution. Some people think betrayal is the end. It's not. It's just a reveal. Revenge? That's the art. Knowing exactly when to strike. And walking away long before the blood even dries. She thought I was boring. Predictable. No, I was just patient. Watching. Waiting. And now I live in a better home. With clean sheets, no secrets, and the kind of peace that only comes after you bury a traitor beneath their own lies. Betrayal taught me patience. Revenge taught me precision. And she taught me the kind of silence that hurts most.